So objectives of marketing is a very, very important part of the chapter. In fact, in marketing, in this particular chapter, after the definition of marketing, this is the most important. So kindly put a double tick to it, the objectives of marketing. Can anyone?
Ma'am,
Yes, tell me, Divyata.
when I was solving that worksheet that you sent it on WebGenie, so
Correct.
there was some question that I was not able to find in the textbook.
Okay. We will discuss that later, or you can just personally message me the questions. I'll help you out with that. Right. First, let me complete with the portion as much as I can. So let's just come back to the objectives of marketing. Okay. One by one, you all are going to just let's do a little recap before we go to the importance. Okay. Till the others also join in. Zara, you are going to start today. What do you understand by creation of demand? Quickly. Come on, quickly, Zara.
That a marketing system can only create demand if the customers are willing to buy the good.
Okay. What else? Only this much.
Can we do advertising?
How are we creating for goods?
The firm creates the firm produces the goods which are needed by the customers.
Okay. And through which kind of method
So
are we going to create demand?
Advertising, personal selling, and sales.
And sales promotion. Very good.
Sales promotion.
Krishna, what is customer satisfaction? You're going to explain the second point.
customer satisfaction means that if a customer is spending his money on a particular product, and of course he feels that the product that the money that he is investing on the product should be worth it. So if the money isn't worth it, the product, so the money can go to waste. So the company needs to look after the satisfaction of the customers, so that the hardworking money they're earning doesn't go to waste.
So basically, the product is designed according to the needs and wants of the customer to produce
Customers.
What is market share, Divyata?
There is demand for one good, and there are like variety of companies selling the same good.
Okay.
So if one brand is selling more of that good, that means the quality would be like better.
No, but what you understand by market share? Why is it an important objective of marketing? That's what I'm asking.
Because we aim to fulfill the wants of the customer, so it is necessary that the good should be of a good quality.
Okay. Most importantly, to get an aggregate share in the market, it is very important to do aggressive selling. That is what market share tells you, that if you're going to do aggressive selling and lot of efforts are going to be put towards that selling, the total aggregate demand for the product will increase. If the aggregate demand will increase, obviously more and more customers are going to buy the goods, and hence the market share will also increase. Is it clear?
Yes.
Muskan, you're going to explain profitability and growth quickly.
Ma'am, profitability and growth. Marketing seeks to achieve long-term goals of profitability and growth by satisfying the wants of the customers.
Okay. Goodwill. Meet, are you there? Is Meet?
Ma'am.
Meet, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Please explain goodwill then.
Marketing creates impression so that there are more customers attracting to the business. That's what goodwill is.
And it helps to create what for the firm? What does marketing aim for the firm, apart from creating an
reputation?
Reputation, correct. It helps to build the reputation and brand image of the firm, so that the firm gets a You can see a name in the market, a good brand name in the market, and it starts selling goods. And more so, obviously, if it will earn a goodwill, then the demand will also increase for the goods. Right or no?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Abni, are you there?
Ma'am, she is not there.
Ma'am, she is there.
She's there. Abni? I cannot.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Please explain standard of living. Yesterday we had done objectives of marketing. The point number 6.
Ma'am,
How does marketing aim at achieving a standard of living for people? After the class, it is very important that you all read the text. And once school reopens, I'm going to take all notebooks completed. If answers are not written, see the board questions are not solved, I'm not go ahead with the portion. So please ensure.
ma'am, to supply better quality of quantity and quality of products
Okay.
and providing a wide variety of products.
Providing a wide variety of products. Moreover, you're giving a lot of employment opportunities to people, right? That is why the standard of living will increase. As I said, those things which were like luxuries in the previous days have now become necessities for the people today. So hence, thus definitely marketing is aiming at giving more technology friendly products, giving more new products to the customers, because of which the standard of living is. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Go to importance of marketing. It's very, very similar to the objectives, but kindly do the objectives well, because either in a short question or in a long question, it definitely comes. Now coming to importance of marketing, the first pointer we are going to discuss is generation of revenue. What do you understand by generation of revenue? What is revenue?
Profit.
Expenses.
Profit, revenue is income for the firm. Okay, please understand, revenue is the income for the firm, it is not profit. So to meet the expenses and to earn profit, okay, to meet the expenses and to earn profit, what you need is, you need revenue, right? 1 minute, just a second. Okay, then we come to customer satisfaction. Okay, the second important point I'm going to discuss is customer satisfaction. We've already done this during the objectives of marketing, during the features of marketing. So obviously as we know, marketing aims at delighting the consumer. For the consumer, it is for marketing, the most important person is who? The customer. He's the king. So customer satisfaction definitely is one of the most important things of marketing, right? You can say modern marketing begins as well as ends with the customer. Third important pointer we are going to discuss is employment generation. As I said, marketing aims to improve the standard of living. It also aims to provide a lot of employment opportunities to, right? If you look at the field of marketing, many people are employed in the field of marketing today. Yes, it is one of your very big career options today that people can get into employment. And employment means at every level. Say, let's take a factory which is producing lots of units. It needs laborers at that unit. You have the HR, that is another department which needs employment. You need employment at various levels in the organization. And all this is generated because of marketing. I hope I'm being clear with the pointers.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Then higher standard of living. Obviously, marketing is helpful in improving the standard of living of people by offering wide variety of goods and services with freedom of choice. Today, customers have a lot of choice that they can use also substitute goods for a product. Large scale production. This is important. Please understand what is economies of scale here. Marketing makes mass selling possible and thereby facilitates large scale production. What you understand by economies of large scale production are achieved? Anyone has an idea of what is economies of scale? What do you understand by economies of scale?
Large scale and small scale.
Large scale, small scale. No. Anything else anyone can think of? Okay.
How does the large scale industries work?
Economies of scale happens. See, generally when a business starts, it is in a gestation period. What do you mean by gestation period? That means the business is not going to earn profits in the first 2 years, isn't it? Because the capital invested is high, you have to first cover the capital cost. Correct or not? But with
Yes.
the business starts increasing its production volume. Okay, see, in the beginning it was producing very small scale units. So obviously the cost per unit was very high. Say if I'm producing 100 units and per unit cost is 40 rupees. Now, as the number of units is going up, say from 100 units have gone to 500 units or to 1000 units. What is happening now? The cost per unit will start going down. Yes or no? When the cost of
Yes.
production starts becoming lower, the product starts becoming cheaper for the customer. If the product starts becoming cheaper for the customer, he is happy. The increase will happen of sales volume. More sales volume means more profit for the business. More profit for the business means they can achieve an economy of scale. So economies of scale is nothing but reducing the cost per unit to increase the profit. Understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
If you
Yes, ma'am.
write it down, you can note it on page 12, point number 5. Please look at point number 5, large scale production. Okay, economies of large scale production help to reduce the cost of production per unit. So you can underline that line, economies of scale. Okay, and you can write the meaning of it, that it helps to reduce the cost per unit by increasing profit. Has each one found it? Avni, Divya,
Yes, ma'am.
found it? Muskan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Zara,
What, ma'am?
did you find it? Economies of
Yes, ma'am.
scale?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we come to economic development. Okay, marketing gives a boost to all the different sectors like transportation, banking, insurance, warehousing, all kinds of economic activities developing today because of marketing. Marketing helps as a foreign exchange earner. How does marketing help as a foreign exchange earner? Anyone?
Ma'am, export import
Okay, export import of what?
of goods.
Goods.
Of goods.
Yes.
Yes, and what is happening? We are going to obviously export at times when the currency is high. Because of which, what is happening is we are also getting a huge amount of profits through foreign exchange. Okay. Last but not the least, creation of utilities. This we had also done last time when we did the features of marketing. That marketing helps to create different kinds of utilities for us. What are the utilities? Can anyone add on?
Time, utility,
Position.
place, position.
Excellent. Time utility, place utility, and possession utility. Okay. Okay, so can one of you explain what is the meaning of time utility to me? What is
ये नीचे है सर
children?
हाँ ये है
What is time
लेकिन
utility?
आवाज कट रही है ना
Divyata,
Yes, ma'am.
what is time utility?
Time utility is created when the goods and services are given at a specific time.
Okay, excellent. What about place utility?
Ma'am, the utility which is
provide the goods
created by
where they are
changing
needed.
place.
Okay, by changing place, by storing in the warehouses. What about possession utility?
The transfer of ownership.
Okay. Transfer of ownership starts taking place from who to who?
From the seller to the buyer.
Very, very good. Okay. Now we go to the next one. Just 1 minute. Okay. Now we come to the difference between marketing and selling. Okay, this is very, very important, children. You can put a double tick to it, even the table in the book, the difference between marketing and selling. Okay, let's start
Okay.
with that. The first,
We had last year also.
last year also we had done it. Absolutely, perfectly correct. Okay. Now, first and foremost, let us understand what is selling and how it is different from marketing. The most important area we have to concentrate here is that marketing is a very, very wide activity. On the other hand, selling is a very narrow concept. It is nothing but the part of marketing. It is one of the functions of marketing. If you remember, I had last time told you that selling is the heart of marketing, right? Because selling starts when? Selling starts from the point when the goods are ready, they are already designed. Okay, once the goods are designed, they are manufactured, and from that point till the good reaches the customer is selling. So selling.
मेरी वेट के 4 डंडी दिख रही थी ना अभी आपके साथ
Yes, sorry, I cannot
अभी
hear.
से एक डंडी दिख रही
Yes, Divyata, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Abhi,
Yes,
can you hear me? Right,
है कैसे
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Selling starts with what? Selling starts with exchange of goods for money.
बंद करने का यानी कैसे मीटिंग
Two parts. It is
करना पड़ेगा क्या
from the time that the goods are being manufactured till the time it is ending. On the other hand, if you look at the selling concept, that means you have
अच्छा सर मुझे
at the
तैयारी
concept. It is starting
आपका एनी टेस्ट भी
market.
नहीं करने हो रहा है
On the other hand, if you look at the marketing concept, it is starting from the target market, okay, and it is ending through coordinated marketing. That means we are going through integrated marketing. We are the needs of the customer. That means we started from which stage? From the research stage. Okay, we designed first the product. We found out what the customer wants. Then we did coordinated marketing. And after that, when the customer achieves satisfaction, we also did after sales services. We understood the feedback and then the marketing concept. So can we say it is much, much wider than selling?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
We will take one by one the differences between marketing and selling. Okay, let's start with that. Just a second. Okay. The distinction between marketing and selling. Okay. The first point I'm going to explain is the meaning of marketing and the difference with selling. Marketing helps to identify and satisfy the wants of the customer. Okay, because obviously it is very much customer oriented. On the other hand, selling helps to exchange goods for money. Okay, is it clear, each one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so can you see that the scope of selling involves the exchange of goods for money between the seller and the buyer? On the other hand, it is obviously concerned with distribution of goods from who? From the seller to the buyer, right? But marketing involves all activities starting from research, planning, development, advertising, promotion. So the scope is far more wide. On the other hand, selling scope is very narrow. Okay, so is scope clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's go to the objective, okay, or the focal point or the focus. Marketing focuses on what? What is the key point of marketing? What is marketing focusing on?
To ensure
Growth.
its growth
Okay, growth. Marketing is focusing on growth, but on whom?
and
On whom is marketing focusing on?
Want satisfaction.
Want satisfaction of who?
Customer.
the customers.
So can I say marketing main focus is customer needs. Customers want. Customer is the king of marketing. Okay. On the other hand, Selling focuses on what? It is internal, on the seller's needs. That seller has to just transfer the goods and get money by increasing the sales volume. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
the beginning and the end? What does marketing begin with? What does selling? Selling, as I already told you, it begins after production and it ends with sale, right? On the other hand, if you look at marketing, it is far wider in scope than selling. It does not begin after production. When does marketing begin? Muskan, when does marketing begin?
Before production,
Before production. Excellent. So when before production? At what stage is marketing starting? At what stage is marketing starting? Before production, when? When are we talking about marketing starting? From which stage? Planning stage, research stage, which stage?
Research.
First, you're going to research about the wants of the customer. After that, you're going to plan. Then the production will take place. The sale will take place through promotional efforts. And then the good will reach the customer. Then we come to orientation. Obviously, marketing emphasizes on being customer oriented. Selling emphasizes on being production oriented. Okay. Then we come to the demand for goods. Marketing involves creation and maintenance of demand, while selling presupposes existence of demand. What do you understand by the term presupposes? Why does selling emphasize on presupposing existence of demand? Anyone? What is the meaning of the
Ma'am, because they
yes?
Ma'am, because they need to decide the quantity they need to sell.
Correct. So they are already on an assumption that this much would be the demand for good, and on that basis they are planning about the selling of the goods and they are producing according to that. Marketing, of course, is a modern concept. Selling is a traditional concept. We already did the concepts, if you remember. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Can anyone explain what is modern concept and traditional concept? We'll do a recap also of the chapter.
The modern concept emphasizes on the customer's wants and needs. On the other hand, the traditional concept does not emphasize on the customer wants and need, but the producer's profits.
Excellent. Very, very good. Then we come to the approach. This is marketing is an integrated approach. Selling is a fragmented approach. Zara, can you try? What is the meaning of integrated approach? I had told one of the
Ma'am,
people that it is integrated.
Ma'am, it means that marketing is planned while selling is not planned.
No, integrated doesn't mean planning.
Can I try?
Someone else? Krishna, what is integrated?
Can I try?
Krishna, what is integrated marketing? Anyone? Meet? Integrated?
Direct contact.
Direct contact. What else? Integration means what?
Cooperation.
Cooperation, and one more term I'm looking for.
Coordination.
Coordination.
Integrated approach means that it is a coordinated approach of marketing. All the marketing levels need to be integrated with each other. They need to work in unison with each other, in coordination with one another to achieve long-term goals of marketing. On the other hand, if you look at selling, selling is a very, very fragmented approach. Fragmented approach means what is fragmented?
It is like divided into small
Correct.
areas.
Excellent. On the other hand, selling is fragmented, it's divided. It is not integrated with the other functions of marketing, as marketing has to integrate with all of the other marketing departments to fulfill the customer's process. Marketing converts customers' needs into products and services. On the other hand, selling converts products and services into cash. I think this point is very clear, does not need much explanation. Then we come to nature of activity. Philosophy and attitude in marketing, routine and tactical in sales. What do you understand by routine and tactical? Children? What is the meaning of something which you do on routine means what? What is the meaning of the term?
Daily process.
There's a system.
Okay. Routine basically refers to something you're doing on daily basis, right? That means it is very routine work. Selling is what? You're packaging the goods, you're selling it and distributing it to the customer. So it's a routine function. On the other hand, marketing is philosophical. It is using aspects of different subjects. As I told you, it is an art as well as science. And obviously, it understands the attitudes of the customers. So are the differences being clear or anything you need to ask me, please, before we go to the next part of the chapter? Any questions? Avni? Divyata, Krishna, Zara, any question? Meet?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
And
No, ma'am.
Muskan?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, great. That means the difference table is totally clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Before I go to the next part, please open to page 12 of your textbooks. Okay. Please look at page 12, that last para after orientation and demand creation. Can you see there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It says marketing involves the design of the products acceptable to customers and transfer of ownership from seller to buyer. On the other hand, selling involves procuring orders from customers and selling is product oriented, marketing is customer oriented. Selling begins, obviously, begins before production. Selling can end with the delivery of the product. Marketing continues even after sale. Selling concentrates on increasing sales value, whereas marketing concentrates on satisfying the customer. Selling focuses on the needs of the seller, marketing on the needs of the buyer. Selling is preoccupied with the seller's need to convert the product into cash. All the pointers which I have explained is just a nutshell. Marketing with the ideas of satisfying the needs of customer by means of the product and the whole cluster of things associated with delivering and finally consuming. Thus, marketing is a much wider term than selling. So the question, instead of coming as distinction between marketing and selling, can also come as that how marketing is a much wider term than selling. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Great. Now we come to a new topic, that is products and services. What is a product and what is a service? Let's start with first the meaning of product. Okay, it's on page 13 in your textbooks, those who want to refer. Product basically means what? It is a bundle of utilities. When I buy a product, obviously I'm buying it with a purpose, that it is going to serve some kind of purpose for me, some kind of utility for me, and I'm going to pay some money for it. Yes? So in narrow sense, product is nothing but, in narrow sense, a product means a set of tangible and physical attributes. What do you understand by tangible and physical attributes? Products are
That you can see and touch.
They can be
The
touched,
things touch.
they can
They can be felt,
and they can be
seen.
seen. Very important. Look at the car or the shirt, the shoe. We can hold a product. We can feel it. We can touch it. We can experience it. Right? On the other hand, of course, there is a lot of time gap between the production and consumption of goods. But in a broader sense, product is not only tangible and having a lot of physical attributes. We can also say it is a bundle of utilities because it provides satisfaction to the consumer. Right? Why do I buy, say, a packet of tea? Like, say, I have a packet of tea here of Organic India. Why do I buy this? What is the utility of this product?
That you can have a cup of tea with it.
Correct. It is, you can say it has a lot of features, like it has molethi in it. It is very it removes all the toxins from the body. So lots of advantages are there. So it has physical utilities for me. That's why I bought this product, right?
Yes.
With being tangible, along with being seen, along with being touched or felt, I also see that a product has a lot of physical attributes to it. Please understand the definition in your book, very, very important. A product may be defined as a set of tangible and intangible attributes offered by the seller to the customer. Did you all find it? Second fact.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A customer who purchases a car buys not merely a physical object, but also checks about the brand name, the warranty, the prestige. Today, if I go to the market and buy a car, will I only see color and buy it? That is green
No.
or red color? No. I will see what are the functions of it, how it is going to be useful for me, right? Then only I'm going to buy the product. Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. The psychological aspect of a product is more important than only the physical characteristics of the product. Okay. For example, when a consumer buys a bathing soap, he's buying good complexion rather than buying only chemicals. So, what is a product? Is it clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Very good. Let's go to the features of a product. Okay. Just a Okay, types of products, we may have different types like consumer products, shopping products, okay, convenience products, many are there. Now we come to the features of a product. Okay, we are going to stop today. Since we have 6 minutes left, I'll just show the features. I think by that time we will be covering the lesson. Okay, first is tangibility. What do you mean by tangibility?
It
Ma'am,
can
that a product does not only have a shape or size, but it can also be felt, seen, and touched.
So product does not only have a shape and size, but it has lot of, along with the physical attributes, it can be seen, touched, and felt. Very good. Someone else, what do you mean by need satisfaction? How does product fulfill the needs of the customer?
It satisfies your wants
It satisfies
and
because the business is designing the product according to the needs of the customer. What else?
can also customer.
Yes, sorry, Krishna.
And
Tell me.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, doesn't matter. If it comes back, let me know. What do you understand by exchange value?
What?
Sorry, ma'am.
like
Value.
can in terms of money.
Divyata, wait, let Muskan try this one. What is exchange value?
Can you repeat that?
I'm saying what is the meaning of the term exchange value?
Money in exchange of commodity.
Okay, every product obviously can be measured in terms of money. So whenever I'm going to go to the market or whenever I'm going to order something, obviously I'm going to pay a price for it. That is the meaning of exchange value. What do you understand by life cycle?
Life cycle.
Yes.
It's like a
The-
chain.
Like the process. Like it
a particular time for it can be used.
Right.
Yeah,
Like-
the product can be used.
Till a particular time.
Okay, just listen to it. Life cycle means a product goes through various stages. Okay, when a new product comes in the market, okay, that is its introductory stage. Everyone is excited about it. It is something new. What is it offering? Say a new iPhone has come or a new model of an Android has come. Everyone is excited to know about the new and latest features. So the introductory stage is the first stage of the. After that, what happens? The product starts getting accustomed in the market. People are going to know about the product. Okay, it is existing in the market. That is the time it is reaching from the, you can say from the introductory stage, it is going to a growth stage where the maximum, the product sales is maximum during the growth stage. Then the product reaches a maturity level. Maturity level means by now everyone knows about the product. It has earned high sales. It is earning profit. Once the maturity is achieved, the product goes through the declining stage. Declining stage is when the product starts going out of the market. Maybe a new model of the same edition has come out with some improved and more. Okay. Remember, no product can exist in the market forever. If it's going through an introduction stage, it will go through a growth stage, maturity stage, declining stage, and finally the product will exit from the market and a new product takes its. Thus, product
Yes.
life cycle. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Last comes the associated attributes. That means here we are saying that the product not only has physical features, but it has many other physical attributes. How do you distinguish a product? How do we distinguish a
By the brand name.
name? Excellent. What else?
Quality.
Quality,
Warranty.
warranty,
Quantity.
most important, what else
Quantity.
from these? How do you look
And price.
and say this is a packet of tea or this is a packet of chips? How do
Packaging.
packaging? Excellent, Divyata. So it's very, very important that the product's packaging is very important. That helps us. The way we wrap the product, its colors, its designing, its utility, everything is written in the product, written in the package of the product. Is it clear? All the features of the product?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Any difficulty, children?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
See this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Avni, can you quickly
Yes, ma'am.
tell me one by one all the features? Can you read them out before the time goes out and class?
Tangibility,
Okay.
life cycle, exchange value, need satisfaction, associated attributes.
Excellent. Krishna, can you give me differences between marketing and selling, which we did today? We did so.
Marketing is
So you will
marketing. Selling can be fragmented, and marketing is integrated.
excellent. One difference. Zara, one difference between marketing and
Ma'am, marketing has a wider scope in selling, and selling has a narrow scope in marketing.
excellent. Divya,
Ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am, can I say again one?
it's going to end. The class is going to end. Okay. Tell quickly.
Meaning, marketing wants the firm to grow, and selling is the buying and selling of goods.
Excellent. Okay, we'll stop here, children. Okay. And we will continue with meaning of services in the next class.